She didn't even glance at me when she tossed the envelope onto the kitchen table. Her eyes were fixed on the espresso machine, waiting for it to hiss. "Sign it," she said. Her voice wasn't angry, it was cold, detached. Like she was performing a surgery she already rehearsed in her head. The envelope sat between us, pale and sharp against the wood. I didn't reach for it. I just watched her stir sugar into her coffee with the same hand that had worn my wedding ring. For 7 years. The ring was gone. I didn't ask where. I could still smell her skin from the night before. Still feel her thigh brush mine under the sheets. The way she curled up against me like everything was fine. Like she wasn't already planning this while I lay there half asleep and clueless. But deep down, I wasn't shocked, just disappointed in how neatly she pulled it off. She took a sip, closed her eyes and said it, "You'll need to leave today." Just like that. The house we built together, the mortgage I paid. The life I thought we were sharing, it was already hers. She'd inherited $10 million 3 weeks ago after her mother's sudden death. The sealed will, the trust accounts, everything had been hers alone. I wasn't mentioned anywhere, not in the obituary, not in the legal readout. Her family had always kept me at arm's length. I used to think it was formality. Turns out I was just a placeholder while she waited for her real life to begin. I didn't yell. I didn't ask why. I just nodded, walked to the bedroom and grabbed my bag from the top shelf. She followed. "You're not taking anything from here," she snapped. I kept packing. Her voice got louder. Then I heard the front door open. Her brothers. They started quiet, one mumbled, "We don't want trouble." But trouble had already arrived. When I reached for my bag, she grabbed my wrist. I didn't move. Then I felt their hands, heavy, rough, the kind of hands that build and break things. They dragged me up by my hair across the yard onto the street. I didn't fight, not even when my knee hit the concrete and split open. Before they slammed the door, I said one thing calm, steady, "You'll regret this." Not because of revenge, because regret always comes when truth surfaces. And people like her, they never expect you to be watching. 2 days after they threw me out, I logged into our shared cloud drive. She hadn't changed the password. She probably never thought I'd bother. Most people delete the things that make them look bad, not her. She kept everything organized, photos of him, older, thinner, married. The same hotel room every Thursday. Receipts, restaurant bills, even one for a prenatal massage from 6 months ago. She had told me the miscarriage was sudden, that it was mine. I ordered a paternity test kit and sent a polite email to the lab director. I still had her toothbrush, the one she used the morning she handed me the papers. I waited, and while I waited, I smiled. Friends called to check on me. "You doing okay?" they asked. I lied easily. Said I was finding myself, said I was moving on. I watched her brothers post pictures online, barbecuing in the backyard, laughing. One of them wearing the watch I left behind. She wore black in her new selfies. Morning money, I guessed. 11 days later, the results came in. I didn't cry. I didn't even blink. The baby wasn't mine. The man she'd been seeing was the biological father, no question. Full match. I printed the report, folded it once, and slid it into a plain white envelope, just like the one she gave me that morning. Then I mailed it to her office. No note, no return address. The next day, she called 3 times. I didn't pick up. She texted, "We need to talk." I replied, "No, we don't." The silence that followed was deafening, louder than any fake apology she could have come up with. 2 weeks later, her lawyer reached out about a financial issue, apparently. Before her mother passed, she'd moved several accounts into my name for tax reasons and forgotten to move them back. Legally, they were mine now. $4.6 million. I hired the best estate attorney I could find. Told him to handle everything quietly, completely. They tried to fight it, called me a thief, a liar, a traitor. I didn't respond. I didn't speak to her again. But I did send her one more envelope. Inside was a copy of the trust transfer, signed, notarized. Timestamped 6 months before her affair began. Attached was a photo of her and him, her hand on his chest, her wedding ring glinting. On the back, I wrote, "You should have been more careful." She lost half her fortune trying to reclaim what was never hers to begin with. Her brothers never contacted me again. I guess they learned what happens when you drag someone out by the hair. I bought a small condo downtown. Nothing fancy, just quiet. Walls that don't lie. Some nights, I still wake up to the sound of the espresso machine, the hiss. The pause before it steams. The way she never looked at me. I used to wonder if she ever felt guilty. Now I know better. Guilt takes a soul to feel it. She only had ambition. And I let her bury it beside me in that bed for years. Not anymore. She gave me an envelope. I gave her everything else and walked away whole. Revenge was never the point. Knowing she'll never sleep easy again, that was enough.